What if everything you send online could be read by anyone? Imagine a world where your private thoughts, bank details, and secrets were open for the world to see. This isn't a dystopian fiction, it's the reality we would face without the silent guardian of our digital age. Cryptography is the invisible shield that protects our every move. It is a language of secrets that has evolved over thousands of years. Today, we peel back the curtain on this hidden system.
Our journey begins in ancient Rome, where the stakes of communication were matters of life and death. Julius Caesar needed a way to send military commands without his enemies intercepting them. He created what we now call the Caesar cipher, a simple yet revolutionary method of shifting letters. If a letter was A, it might become D. It was basic by today's standards, but it changed the course of empires. This was the birth of structured secret communication.
In these ancient times, the power of a secret was absolute. Messengers would travel hundreds of miles, carrying codes that decided the fate of legions. If the code was broken, the empire could fall. This era established the fundamental principle of cryptography, the key. Only the person with the correct shift value could unlock the message. It was a game of wits played on a global stage. The foundation was set for a 1,000-year evolution of secrecy.
As centuries passed, the methods became more sophisticated, moving from simple shifts to complex substitution. Scholars and kings spent their lives trying to create a code that no one could break. By the time we reached the industrial age, the handwritten notes were replaced by machines. The world was getting faster, and secrets needed to move at the speed of electricity. The era of manual puzzles was coming to an end. A new mechanical threat was about to emerge on the horizon.
The true turning point arrived during the darkest days of the 20th century. World War II turned the entire planet into a battlefield of information. Every movement of troops and every planned invasion was hidden behind a wall of encryption. The Germans believed they had created the perfect weapon of secrecy. It was a machine that could generate trillions of possible combinations. They called it the Enigma, and it was a masterpiece of engineering. For years, it seemed truly unbreakable.
Look closely at the Enigma machine. It looks like a simple typewriter, but inside it is a maze of rotors and wires. Every time a key was pressed, the internal rotors would spin, changing the electrical path. This meant that the same letter would never be encrypted the same way twice in a row. It was a dynamic, shifting puzzle that reset every single day at midnight. To any outsider, the intercepted messages looked like absolute gibberish. The Allied forces were effectively flying blind. The pressure was immense, as thousands of lives depended on breaking these codes. Ships were being sunk in the Atlantic, and the Allies were losing the war of intelligence. The conflict triggered a desperate search for a solution that math alone couldn't provide. Traditional code breaking was too slow for the Enigma's speed. We needed something faster than the human mind. This crisis pushed the boundaries of human ingenuity further than ever before. It was the spark that ignited the computer age.
Enter Alan Turing and the brilliant team at Bletchley Park. They realized that to beat a machine, they had to build a machine. Turing developed the bomb, an enormous contraption of whirring gears designed to sift through Enigma's possibilities. It was a race against time and a battle of logic. When they finally broke the code, it changed everything. Historians estimate that this breakthrough shortened the war by at least 2 years. Cryptography had officially become the most powerful weapon in the world.
Fast forward to the digital revolution, where secrets moved from the battlefield to the mainframe. As the internet began to connect the globe, the old methods of sharing keys became impossible. How do you share a secret key with someone you've never met on the other side of the world? If you send the key over the internet, a hacker could just steal it. This was the great paradox of modern communication. We needed a way to lock a box without ever sending the key itself.
The solution came in the form of public key cryptography, a concept that seems like magic but is rooted in pure mathematics. Imagine a padlock that anyone can see and use, but only one person has the key to open.
In this system, you have a public key to encrypt data and a private key to decrypt it. You can hand out your public key to the whole world. Anyone can lock a message for you, but only you can unlock it. This breakthrough allowed the internet to become a place for commerce and personal talk.
This is where things get truly heavy, the math of prime numbers. Modern encryption, like the RSA algorithm, relies on the fact that multiplying two massive prime numbers is easy, but factoring the result back into those primes is nearly impossible for today's computers. We are talking about numbers hundreds of digits long. To crack this by brute force, a supercomputer would need billions of years. Your bank account and your private passwords are currently guarded by the sheer difficulty of a math problem.
Every time you see that little padlock icon in your browser's address bar, this complex dance is happening. Your computer and the website's server are performing high-speed mathematical handshakes. They agree on a secret language in milliseconds. This happens thousands of times a day without you ever noticing. It is the silent heartbeat of the global economy. Without it, online shopping, banking, and even social media would crumble instantly. You are carrying a high-tech Enigma in your pocket.
But the climax of the story isn't just about math. It's about the struggle for your privacy. We are now in an era of end-to-end encryption. When you send a message on apps like WhatsApp or Signal, the encryption happens on your device and only decrypts on the recipients. Not even the company running the app can read what you wrote. This has created a massive tension between personal privacy and national security. It is the ultimate shield, and it is more accessible than ever before.
However, this power is a double-edged sword. While it protects journalists, activists, and everyday citizens, it also provides a shadow for those with dark intentions. Law enforcement agencies often argue that total encryption makes it harder to catch criminals. This is the going dark debate. We find ourselves at a crossroads. Do we prioritize absolute privacy, or do we allow backdoors for safety? There is no easy answer, and the debate is shaping the laws of the future.
The world of cryptography is also facing a new, looming threat: quantum computing. Traditional computers struggle with those giant prime numbers, but a quantum computer could theoretically solve them in minutes. This would render almost all current encryption useless. We are currently in a race to develop post-quantum cryptography, new codes that even the most powerful quantum machines can't break. The game of cat and mouse that started with Caesar continues into the subatomic level.
It's incredible to think that a simple shift of letters in ancient Rome led us to the edge of quantum physics. Cryptography has proven that information is the most valuable currency we have. It has been used to win wars, protect empires, and now to ensure that you can live your life online with a sense of security. It is a testament to human brilliance. We have turned mathematics into a fortress, and that fortress is what keeps our modern world from falling into chaos.
So, the next time you send a text or log into your bank, remember the history behind it. Remember the Roman messengers, the code breakers of Bletchley Park, and the mathematicians who dream in prime numbers. You are participating in a tradition of secrecy that is thousands of years old. You are protected by the most sophisticated systems ever created by man. Cryptography isn't just a technical detail. It is the backbone of our freedom in the digital age.
But with this power comes a responsibility to stay informed. As the technology evolves, so do the risks. Ransomware, data breaches, and state-sponsored hacking are the new battlefields. Knowing how your data is protected is the first step in staying safe. We are all part of this ongoing story. The secret codes of the past have changed the world, but the codes of the future will define what it means to be human in a connected society.
Every message you send is secretly protected, but the quest for the unbreakable code never truly ends. We've seen how a few shifted letters evolved into a digital fortress. From Julius Caesar to your smartphone, the goal has always been the same: to keep the light of truth safe from those who would use it against us. The history of cryptography is the history of human trust. It is a story that is still being written with every click and every swipe you make. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of secrets. If you found this dive into cryptography fascinating, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the technology that shapes our lives. What do you think about the balance between privacy and security? Let us know in the comments below. Stay curious, stay secure, and we'll see you in the next video.